Welcome, folks. It's yours truly, Big Daddy Hugz here of Hugz Astrology, out for a walk, and it felt like a good time to give you a little heads up about a massive shift that's coming over the next couple days. Okay, we currently have a massive shift happening, an end of an ages, some would say. Maybe the official ending of the Piscean age, potentially. Could be. A Pisces party approaches, so Neptune rules Pisces. Neptune has been in Pisces at home, comfortable and relaxed and enjoying the watery, intuitive, imaginative, artistic energy of its home sign and enjoying every minute of it for the last, I believe 15 to 18 years. And it is about to shift on Saturday into warrior, fiery, aggressive, impulsive, shock jock, let's go to war Aries, ruled by Mars. And that means Neptune is no longer home. And for the first time in 160 years, something none of us alive have probably ever seen, I wouldn't say, unless we got some vampires watching. Neptune in Aries, folks. Big deal. And it'll soon be followed by Saturn in a few weeks, moving. It's at 23 degrees of Saturn, so it'll be moving into Aries for 2.5 years. It's been 28 years since Saturn's been in Aries. And we've currently got Venus at 0 degrees of Aries and Mercury at, I believe, 3 degrees of Aries. And they're both retrograde, so they'll be moving back into Pisces over the coming couple days. And we have the moon over the next 2.5 days, also in Pisces. So there's a North Node is there, of course. So there's a lot of Pisces energy. Pisces rules meditation and spirituality and the ocean. And we are going to be shifting from that, the final sign of the zodiac, Pisces, the end of an era for sure, into Aries. And as these outer planets shift, these pretend big changes in our individual lives, but also in the collective. And when we go from the final sign of the zodiac to the beginning of the zodiac, the warm, intuitive, wet energy turns to punch first, ask questions later. Let's go to war. Let's have a fight. Let's drop the gloves. And we'll deal with the consequences once we've exercised our demons through violence. That's a big shift, folks. Aries is the first sign of the zodiac, and Aries is therefore known as the babies, the infants. And the infants, they don't care if you're tired. They don't care if you've worked 40 hours. When they want something, they want something. They cry, they scream, they get what they want. They don't care about anyone else. And that's Aries. Aries is that. They just want all the attention all the time. They don't really care if it's good attention, bad attention. They just want the attention. And they definitely don't want to talk about it. They want to fight about it. They want to move their body. They want to do stuff. Aries energy has 2 speeds. On, hammer down, pedal to the metal, or dead stop. They're not moving. There's no in-betweens. Aries is extreme energy. And Pisces is obviously not that. Evolutionary astrologers believe we incarnate through the signs, and so Pisces is the wise sage, the most spiritual, the ones that knows it's on its final lifetime and of this cycle. And so it kind of doesn't really take life as seriously, you know what I mean? And it's sort of the old gray-haired, wizened individual when you have this infant baby, quite a contrast. And so we're shifting into this Aries energy in a big way. And because, as I said, Mercury and Venus, when they go forward again, they're going to go back into Aries. They're going to conjunct Neptune and the Sun. And we're going to have, a 4-planet stellium in Aries. That's a big deal. And why is it a big deal? Because Mars rules Aries, and Mars is the god of war. And Mars is a malefic. And that means he's not necessarily a nice guy. In ancient astrology, he's not known as a nice guy. Mars, and that's because Mars doesn't want peace. Mars abhors peace. The opposite of Libra, Mars loves war. Mars is found very strong in the charts of people in the military for a reason. And so as this energy in the collective becomes very obvious, you are going to feel it, and you are going to have to find a way to channel this Aries energy, this Martian energy. And as an Aries sun, I can tell you I have a lot of experience with that. What works for myself is certainly walking in the woods, hikes. I love to hike, and bodybuilding. I love to lift heavy weights. It just does something good for my brain, and I've done it since the time I can remember. So when I was old enough to know what a weight was, I was lifting weights, and will do so till I die. That works for me. However, for yourself, you got to find a way to move this Martian energy, because if you don't, it dams up in your body, and it can cause something to pop, or worse, maybe potentially even than that, you explode over somebody over something that really is insignificant, and it damages the friendship, over the relationship in some regard, and that's not something you want. So finding a way to get out and exercise this energy, to move this energy through your body, is going to be very, very important over the coming weeks. Right now, starting now, I mean, we do have 3 planets right now in Aries, okay? We're going to see a little bit of shift over the coming couple days as we get this eclipse on Friday in Aries, and when the moon goes there, and then, of course, Neptune shows up in a few hours, and it's a big deal. It's a big deal, folks. So be aware, in your chart, wherever Pisces is, you're finishing off a chapter. You're closing that book, putting it back up on the shelf, and you're picking up that Aries book. And this is where we are going collectively and individually. So, where is Aries in your chart? Find out. It's very important that you know this. You just find out your ascendant. Free online calculator. Add up how many houses, count to wherever Aries is. That's the 6th house, the 5th house, the 4th house, whatever house it is. That's the area where you are going to be noticing this shift. And this is where you might be feeling very aggressive, okay? So if Aries is in your 7th house, your relationships, you're going to be taking it on people if you don't exercise, okay? If it's, let's say Aries is your 4th house, you're going to be taking it on your family. So that's no fun. You definitely don't want to fight with your family. If it happens at your 3rd house, it'll be your siblings. If it happens in your 11th house, it'll be your friends. So you're going to want to be aware of where this energy is so you don't damage those individual relationships you have, okay? Folks, that's it. Enjoy this eclipse and sub me up. I would love to have a few more subs. Be great. Follow me on all social media at Hugz Astrology. These are sort of the rapids, folks, the big shifts. It's like having cold water thrown on you when you're sleeping when Aries shows up to the party. Like somebody clanging a pot over your head while you were just in that nice, deep, dreamful space, okay? So it can be a bit jarring, but if we roll with it, Aries is a powerful energy that can get a lot done, okay? So channel it into something productive and go nuts, all right? Hugs. We will see you on the flip side.